Hey YouTube, it's me, Random Ross, and again it's part of Creepypasta week. I am reading out 3 original creepypastas, and here's the last one of the week. It is called Wackjob, and it's a creepypasta with a clown in it. I love clowns, and yes, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. Feel free to leave a comment and to let me know what you think of it, and if you want to like this video, please give it a like. If you want to share, please feel free to share. Also, feel free to follow me on social media. There are links in the description down below. Also, there are links to previous creepypastas that I have written myself. You can see them in the description down below, links to them. And follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook to see what I get up to outside of the YouTube community and stay updated. So, here we go. About the original creepypasta, Wackjob. So I hope you enjoy it. People have many fears. One of the most common has to be the fear of spiders or clowns. I never really was scared of clowns until now. Well, until I saw him that night in my childhood home. Wackjob. It was like any other night. My mum and dad took me in and kissed me goodnight. And I then went to sleep. I then woke up by a sound. I went downstairs on my own to investigate. I must have been 8 at the time. My dad said I was always a brave little trooper. The light in the living room was on. I slowly tiptoed down. And into the living room, and I saw what was a clown with a mallet. He was wearing long red shoes, baggy, multicoloured spotted trousers. He was wearing multicoloured spotted trousers, and also at the bottom with his spotted braces holding them up. He also wore a short sleeve top. He also wore like a short top hat. How I can explain it. Made from like straw and with a flower on it. And he also wearing a bright yellow shirt with short sleeves. With sleeves rolled up and a big necktie matching his trousers. He was wearing a pair of gloves and smoking a cigar, a chunky Cuban cigar. That smell of smoke, it was so strong. The smell, I can still remember it to this very day. He also had a big round bulbous red nose, and with red short flops with red short floppy red hair with white makeup and red lines above and below his eyes, and his eyes were just marked in black eyeliner, and also had a big red smile with a wooden mallet with red lining on it, and he didn't really seem to be stealing anything, but he spotted me and asked me I asked him what's his name. He told me his name is Wackjob, with a sinister grin. I asked what he's doing, but he didn't answer. He then asked me if my parents are home. He also asked if I can take him to them. So I did. They were fast asleep, as it was around 2 in the morning. I told my dad to wake up, and that there's a clown called Wackjob here. He told me to go back to bed and to go to sleep until my mum woke up and woke my dad up. Then Wackjob then pulled out with a lighter and lit another cigar. He made my parents go downstairs. My dad kept telling him, begging him for mercy, and he just told me that we were playing a game. Looking back now, I can see that it's a sick game. He tied my parents up, back to back. My dad begged him not to hurt us. Wackjob told him to sit back. Wackjob told me to sit back as he bludgeoned my parents with his mallet, bashing their skulls in. He did a laugh. He was laughing while he was doing it. After he killed them, right in front of me, he was telling me that this is all just a magic trick. He then untied my parents' dead bodies and then sexually attacked my mum's corpse. It was horrifying to see a sinister grin, and he was laughing while he was doing it. That laugh, it was so haunting. Along with his smell of cigar smoke, after being frozen in fright, I passed out. I woke up the next morning in a hospital bed. The police asked me, did I see who killed my parents? Shocked and horrified of the events that I'd experienced, I told the police his name is Wackjob. I was badly traumatized, so they didn't ask me any more questions. As the night fell, I was about to go to sleep. They had a policeman outside guarding me. He just fell asleep. As I was about to go to sleep, I saw a girl in pink pyjamas, and then she just ran away. I then heard what sounded like a dragging noise, and then I saw him again. Wackjob with his sinister grin, slowly putting his fingers on his lips, telling me to shh. then said, "See you around, kid." I then woke up screaming. The nurse told me I was dreaming. The next morning my auntie and uncle arrived at the hospital. After a few weeks of therapy, I was ready to come home with my uncle and auntie. I then spent what was left of my childhood with my auntie and uncle. I never slept the same way ever again. I still have nightmares of him, with that evil smile and the horrifying, haunting, evil laugh and the smell of cigar smoke, and to this very day it's still fresh in my mind. Even now, as a fully grown adult, I'm haunted by his encounter. I searched the web looking for similar cases like the one I experienced. There was none. I then got thinking, why me? Why my family? Only recently I have been waking up in the middle of the night hearing the laugh from Wackjob, even that cigar smoke smell too, and I swear I saw him outside of my house standing on the other side of the road and then he was gone. I saw him in a beam of light under my bedroom door. I saw a beam of light under my bedroom door and asked who's there. I saw 2 feet shadows at the door. Then a balloon was posted through the bottom of my bedroom door. The balloon inflated and big letters on it saying, "Bang!" Then the balloon popped and the light went out. I opened the door, dreading what I'd find. I opened it and no one was there, just the smell of cigar smoke. I then heard a noise, and down the bottom of the hallway I saw him. I saw him standing there smoking his Cuban cigar with his mallet over his shoulder. He then said to me, "Hey kid, how's it hanging?" I then passed out in fright. I woke up the next morning in the hallway and he was gone. But there was a dead naked woman with her head smashed in. I called the police. That's when I got taken away back to the psych ward. My doctor then told me that I'm too dangerous to be let into the world. I kept telling them that it wasn't me, it was Wackjob. They told me I blacked out again and that my parents wouldn't take me to a doctor until it was too late. And that I'd been having these blackouts ever since I was a kid. This whole time, was I Wackjob? I still see him in my room, telling me to get out of here, so he or I can do it all again. A few years later, the doctors believed I'd changed and was ready yet again to be let out into the world with a weekly visit with a psychiatrist at the psychiatric hospital. The first night I returned home, the whole crime scene had been cleaned. I then went upstairs and started running a bath. As I looked in the mirror, I noticed one of my eyes wasn't my eye. I then began laughing. Uncontrollably laughing. My skin turned white, my teeth turned yellow. I burst out of my slippers as they turned into long red shoes, and my nose turned big and red and bulbous. My eyes went dark, and I had red lines above and below them. My hair turned red, my hands turned into white gloves, my shirt turned yellow, and I got multicoloured spotted braces with baggy multicoloured spotted pants. I then ripped out and then ripped up the floorboards and grabbed a mallet with red lining and grabbed a Cuban cigar and lit it. With a match and smoked it. For one crazy night. I am Wackjob.